Hey, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to the latest episode of Kiande's Music Review. Of course, I'm your host, Kiande, and as always, I'm excited to share this time with you. First of all, I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Whatever holiday you choose to celebrate, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Hanukkah, whether it's Kwanzaa, or if it's just spending time with your loved ones or even with yourself, celebrate, be safe, be healthy, be strong. Yes. So today is not a holiday special, although I'm dressed for it, but this is the time for me to share 10 more of my all-time favorite albums, which I said I was going to do in the last video, so I'm continuing with that. So if you are here for that today, if you enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and please subscribe. I truly appreciate you, all right? So let's jump right into it. Let's get it started. So what do I need? What do I have? I have my, no, it's not sweet tea. Today I have a little ginger ale. Yes, I have this wonderful music playing, and mostly I have you beautiful people to share this time with. All right, let's do it. So 10 more of my all-time favorite albums. As I said before, I am an album person, and many albums have stuck with me all my life, or most of my life, for a very long time. And I'm just going to offer 10 more of those. So let's jump right into it with the first one. The first one is by Mr. Tevin Campbell and his album Back to the World. Let me show it to you. Yes, Back to the World. This was released June 1996 on the Quest label. It is his third solo album, and he really came into his own as an artist and as a vocalist on this particular album. His range, his power, his technique was flawless on this project. He was grown, right? And his vocals showed it. There's some great music on this album. The singles were the title track, Back to the World, which was co-written by Rahsaan Patterson. There was I Got It Bad and Could You Learn to Love. But there are some other songs that were just as strong, such as Dry Your Eyes, Break of Dawn, and my absolute favorite, Could It Be? Oh my goodness. If you don't know that song, check that out. His vocals are amazing, and the song is amazing, which was also co-written by Rahsaan Patterson. This album didn't sell as much as his two previous albums, but it did sell gold, which was still a great feat, and many still cite this album as one of their favorite Tevin Campbell albums. So again, Tevin Campbell, Back to the World. Let me show it to you again. Yes. All right. So let's move on to the next. The next, we have gifted MC Mr. Lupe Fiasco and his album Food and Liquor. Let me show it to you. Yes. Actually, it's called Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor, but people shorten it to just Food and Liquor. But it was released September 2006 on the Atlantic label. It's his official first release, and he showed himself to be a great MC and a great lyricist, on this project. He received 4 Grammy nominations with 1 Grammy win. Yes, he is a Grammy winner. The singles included the hugely popular Kick Push, which is still one of my favorite songs, I Gotcha, and Daydreamin' with Jill Scott, which was a sample of Daydreamin' Blue by I Monster. This album was voted Best Hip Hop Album of 2006 by many sources, and rightfully so. It's a great project. So let me show it to you one more time. Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. Absolutely. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Who do we have? My goodness, may she rest in peace. Such a wonderful artist she was, and that is Miss Amy Winehouse and her album Frank. Let me show it to you. Yes, Frank. This was released October 2003 on Universal Island Records. It was her debut album. Of course, she's a singer, she's a songwriter, she does all these things very well. She was first introduced to the world as a contemporary jazz vocalist, and on Frank, there was a mixture of pop, jazz, R&B, and everything with a hip-hop vibe to it. She melded all those influences together, and it was a brilliant project. Very different from what she would do later with Rehab and the Back to Black album. This album is the one that introduced her to the world. It had songs such as Stronger Than Me, F Me Pumps, her brilliant remake of Moody's Mood for Love, and Take the Box, and a song called October Song, which was her tribute to Sarah Vaughan. At mentioning Sarah Vaughan, you can hear her influence in her vocals. You can also hear a little bit of Dinah Washington in her vocals, but she's still her own person, her own unique sound and style, and I love Amy Winehouse. This album was double platinum, and it just was the first step in an amazing yet short-lived career. So one more time, Amy Winehouse, Frank, my favorite. Yes. All right, so what we got next? What do we have next? We have a true legend of gospel, and that is Thomas Whitfield and his album Hold Me. Let me pull this out because I have the vinyl. Yes. Hold Me. See that? Yes, Hold Me. This was released 1983 on Onyx International Records. It was his first solo outing. And of course, Thomas Whitfield is a singer, he's a songwriter, producer, arranger, and a musician. And in the industry, in the gospel industry, he was lovingly known as the maestro because of how he fused and melded classical music and jazz with traditional gospel and did it in the most beautiful way. He's mostly known with his work with the Thomas Whitfield Company, one of the baddest choirs ever to do it. But this album, again, was a solo project and had the beautiful songs, Oh How I Love Jesus, Saved, and I Will See You in the Morning. He continued to work doing some great projects. He is a legend in the gospel field, and I absolutely love this album. So let me show it to you one more time. Thomas Whitfield, Hold Me. Yes. All right, so moving on. All right, we have sophisticated songstress. We love her. We absolutely love this lady, and that is Natalie Cole and her album Thankful. Again, I have the vinyl. Yes. Thankful. This was released November 1977 on Capitol Records. It was her fourth studio album, and in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it was her best in her R&B heyday, the best album during that period. She did some great albums during that time in the 70s. This one right here, this one does it for me. It had the singles Our Love, which was #1, the top 10 anime, but there's some other songs as well that were just as strong, such as Lovers, yes, the beautiful La Costa, and the classic Just Can't Stay Away, which has been remade by the likes of En Vogue and Alicia Myers. And it also has my favorite song on the album, which is Keeping a Light, which is a song that she wrote. Beautiful song from a beautiful album, which went platinum, by the way. Go Natalie. Again, let me show this to you. Natalie Cole, Thankful for this album. All right, so next up, oh yes, a wonderful family of music, and that is the self-titled album by the Jacksons. Here we go, one more vinyl album. Yes, I'm sure you guys know this cover. Yes. The Jacksons. This was released November 1976 on Epic and Philly International Records. It was a merge to put this out. It was their first album under the name The Jacksons. Of course, they were known as Jackson 5 before this, but this was their first one known as The Jacksons. It was produced by legendary producers Gamble and Huff. Perfect pairing for them, gave them an adult, slick sound, which was just amazing. This album, it feels like a greatest hits because it has so many wonderful moments on it. So many great songs such as Enjoy Yourself, yes, Good Times, oh my goodness, Blues Away, oh I love that, Style of Life, and my jam, my joint, which is Show You the Way to Go. Love it. This album was gold selling, rightfully so. And just, showcase them in a different way. They introduced some of their songwriting on this album, and it was truly amazing. So let me show it to you one more time. Jacksons. Yes, self-titled. Awesome. All right. Still out there? Yes, all right. So, what's up next? We have an amazing artist, and his name is Chris Walker, and his album First Time. Let me show it to you. Yes, First Time. This is who I'm playing in the background, actually. This was released 1991 on Pendulum Records. It was his debut album, and he's a singer, songwriter, producer, musician and incredible, incredible talent. Many people don't know about Chris Walker, which is unfortunate. He's done a lot in the industry, like being the musical director for artists such as Regina Belle and Mr. Al Jarreau, who he actually had a Al Jarreau tribute album in 2019, which was amazing. Check that out. But he has some incredible albums on his own. Again, this was his first one. I got to know this album when it first came out on a bus trip from Las Vegas to Oakland, and I played it over and over and over, and I fell in love with this album. His voice is just so amazing. His tone is incredible. His technique is spot on, and I love Chris Walker. The album had the singles Giving You All My Love and Take Time, which he performed at the Arsenio Hall show, but some other songs included I Need You, Missing You, and his beautiful remake of Roberta Flack's The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. Beautiful, beautiful. And on this album, he also has some appearances by Lisa Fisher as well as Regina Belle, which just added to the brilliance of this project. So let me hold it one more time. Chris Walker, First Time. Yes. All right. Next up, I love this lady. I love this lady, and that is the incomparable Miss Betty Carter and her album Look What I Got. Yes. Look what I got. I got this Betty Carter in my hand. This was released 1988 on Verve Records and produced by Betty Carter herself. By this time in her career, she was a jazz veteran. She's been around for decades, and this album just, took her to a new audience. She was already respected by countless vocalists, and a lot of people, really got to know her with this album. I'm gonna have the songs Look What I Got, the title track, All I Got, Mr. Gentleman, and her rendition of The Good Life, which was flawless. This is one of her biggest selling albums. That is due to her appearance on The Cosby Show, in which she performed the title track, and she portrayed Vanessa's vocal coach. Yes, when Vanessa was trying to do a little group thing. Anyway, that was Betty Carter, yes. But this album opened the doors for her in new ways, and it's a brilliant, amazing album. It won a Grammy for Best Jazz Vocal Performance Female, and she definitely deserved it. So let me show it to you one more time. Yes, Betty Carter, Look What I Got. Yes, love it. All right, so we're down to two, just two. That was quick. This always goes by fast for me. But this one is from one of my space cadets. I've used that term before. There are just a few people who I put in that category, and those are vocalists. I call vocalists who go places that are not of this world, and this woman is one of those individuals, and it is a self-titled album by Miss Rochelle Farrell. Let me show it to you. Yes, Miss Rochelle Farrell. This was released 1992 on Capitol Records, and it is her second studio album. Many people think it was her first because it's the first one we heard. She actually had a jazz album that was released in Japan called First Instrument, which we got in the States later after this, but this was actually her second studio album. It was produced by the legendary George Duke, and we were just blown away. We were blown away by her 5 octaves, which had no bounds, and just everything that she could do with her voice. She could just, oh my goodness, I saw her many times in concert, and I was just always, my mouth hanging open. I couldn't believe what she was doing. But this album had the singles Till You Come Back to Me and her duet with Will Downing, Nothing Has Ever Felt Like This. But there's some other songs that were just as strong, such as Welcome to My Love, I'm Special, and another single which was released called With Open Arms. I'm sure many people remember her doing that on Showtime at the Apollo and just murderizing that audience. They were not ready for what she did on that microphone. But this was a gold-selling album and still a favorite for many Rochelle Farrell fans. All right, let me show it to you one more time. Yes, indeed. All right, so we're down to one album, just one. And this is from the legend himself, the icon, Mr. Luther Vandross, and his album, The Night I Fell in Love. Yes, The Night I Fell in Love. This was released March 1985 on Epic Records. It was his fourth solo album, and of course Luther was a singer, he was a songwriter, he was a producer, did all those things. To me, this was his finest moment. This was his best work. You know, Luther's voice was always exquisite. You know, his technique was always flawless. He knew his voice so well, and his sound was distinctly his own. This album, again, another album that feels like a best of because it was chocked full of hits. It had 4 singles, which were It's Over Now, Till My Baby Comes Home, Wait for Love, and If Only for One Night. But outside of that, still some incredible moments, such as his amazing rendition of Stevie Wonder's Creepin', with Miss Cissy Houston adding some beautiful color in the background vocals. It was nominated for a Grammy, and it sold double platinum. And again, my favorite Luther moment, the album that I go to when I want to hear him, and just one of my favorites. All right, so Luther Vandross, The Night I Fell in Love. Here you go. Yes. All right, so that's it. That was quick. 10 more of my all-time favorite albums. I hope you enjoyed these. I hope you have them. If not, check them out and talk about them in the comments, all right? So hopefully before 2020 is over, I'll get one more video out. But if not, I'll see you next year. But I want you to have a happy holiday season and love on yourself, love on your loved ones. Continue to be safe and healthy and strong, all right? So as always, I want you to remember, it's all about music. It's all about love, all right? Yes. All right, so I'm going to continue to drink my, what am I drinking? Ginger ale, that's right. Play some music and carry on, all right? So you guys be safe. Until next time, much love. Peace.